All right, Pistol. I said we'd do it after Game 3. We waited a little bit longer just so that we could get the inevitable. But it's official. NBA champions 2024. And you know what? I don't even care what you say because it feels fucking good. It feels fucking good.
It was inevitable, man. There was just something about everything that was going to be laid out, the run through the East, how all that transpired. It's actually crazy to sit here, and I know that I've seen all the, they kept receipts of everything, and to see all the media people thinking Dallas. I actually, as much as I just can't stand Boston, I never once gave Dallas a chance to win this series. I just never thought they were going to have the pieces to get over the hump of this Boston team. And to be honest, a lot of that comes from Drew Holiday's just one of my favorite players to watch. Always has been.
Yeah.
I'm one of those basketball sickos that JJ Redick likes to call them. So he's just what makes it tick. And I thought about this today, and we spoke about it way back. That trade for Drew Holiday.
Yes.
What is Milwaukee thinking?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, the second they traded him away to somewhere like Portland where they're going to be rebuilding anyway, they had to know that every contender was going to do their best to try and bring him on board, right? Especially when all you had to do was offer assets because Portland wants him off of their payroll anyway. So, yeah, just one of the most mind-boggling decisions, and it just fell in the lap of Brad Stevens, who pushed all the right buttons. I don't know if you saw a post-game, but they interviewed him calling him a genius, and he's like, I did nothing. I just did all the logical things that anyone would do in my position, and it was just fortunate that we had the assets that other teams wanted, and we were able to get the players we wanted in return.
He is a genius, though. They all are. Again, there's a certain level to it all. Call it luck, I guess, in a little way, but not really. And again, this goes back to people talking about splitting up JT and JB at the time after some failures. Yeah. They're like, no, we'll stick by it. We'll put the right pieces around you. And in the end, you've just got to, I guess, if your players hear that and feel that, they have the trust in the organization, then they feel a certain way, and then they put the right locker room pieces around as well. And then, as I said, I think as soon as Denver lost, it was Boston's championship.
I know you said you were shocked by the media thing. Did you see, on ESPN when they ask basically everyone that friggin' works there of note who they think will win, and it was 11 out of 12 picked the Mavs. 11 out of 12 people genuinely thought Dallas was going to win the series. And
I don't know how.
The media discourse is crazy. It was literally 2 weeks ago where we were talking about Kyrie and Luka, the best offensive backcourt in NBA history. They scored over 100 points once in 5 games. And I think I think, aside from obviously me being on cloud 9 right now, but I think Boston winning in a way is kind of good for basketball in that it shows teams that you need all the right pieces and you can't just be too top heavy. There's no debating that Dallas played the NBA Finals with the best player on the floor. I don't think. But the team as a whole is so much better, and I think it speaks to fundamentally building your team and finding the right fits around the pieces that you want to make your core.
I'm not sure you believe that Luka was the best player on the floor in the finals.
I don't think he was in the finals. I think he's still the best player of the 10 starters per se.
Again, because it impressed me with, just the mic'd up moments from Jaylen Brown about dogging Luka on the defensive end.
That was sick.
But to be honest, and I think a lot of that buy-in and those challenges comes from just having Drew Holiday in the locker room. That just wears off, man, and one way or another. They put the right pieces around, everything kind of flourished. And again, they would have beat Minnesota. They would have got that done. Denver would have been a bit of a challenge. I probably would have hedged
Denver was the big challenge. I think they would have. I think they probably would have swept Minnesota. Minnesota wasn't ready. We saw that in the Dallas series. They weren't ready for that stage yet.
OKC the same, but Yeah, what a run, and they get a chance to do it all again. And I'm just happy for Al Horford, to be honest. Like, I hate Boston, but I'm happy for Al Horford. Like,
Yeah,
that just shows how hard it is to win a chip, man.
everyone's happy for Big Al. Only Stockton had more playoff games without a ring. No, Karl Malone. Only Karl Malone had more playoff games without a championship up until
Wow.
this one. So yeah, big moment for him. Obviously, I'm super hyped for him. The 40-20 rule also still in effect. I think we spoke about it in a couple of streams, but 18 of the last 19 champions now, in the regular season, they have to hit 40 wins before they hit 20 losses. There was 4 teams this year that qualified. Boston, Minnesota, OKC, and Denver were the only 4 teams that qualified. And again, we get a champion from that group. So something to keep an eye on for 2025, 40-20 rule.
Did you hedge all your Boston? Did you go Dallas at all in this?
I did not even $1. And I kept saying to Jeansy, I think about 10 times, I said it after game 1. I was like, yeah, I'll do it now that they've won game 1. And then I said it after game 2. And then I said it after game 3. And then game day comes around and I'm like, I think I'm a degenerate at heart, really. Who am I kidding?
They were too strong. They were never going to lose.
They were never going to blow the 3-0 lead, I didn't think. The overreactions to the game 4 were wild. People thinking that things had been figured out, but I don't think there was ever a bigger case of one team just literally didn't show up in a series. Like,
no.
They got out rebounded by like 21 or something. That's just insane. So,
I think OKC sitting there would be so flat that PJ Washington just disappeared.
Yeah.
And again, but that's a credit. Like, Minnesota, to their credit, were thinking of like, okay, we'll make PJ Washington beat us.
Yeah.
And he did.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm saying with OKC, we'll let role players beat us, and they did. And then Boston was like, can they do that 3 series in a row?
Yeah.
I don't think so. And they couldn't.
Yeah. Look, we'll
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.